And the anomaly, Madam Speaker, it doesn't lie with the intention of the best user system to ensure a fair and adequate representation. Far from it. Because it provides a guarantee, constitutional guarantee, to minorities in this country, that they will be represented. But the anomaly lies in the mechanism. Because how is it supposed to ensure fair and adequate representation of the people of Mauritius, of the respective communities, when it cannot rely, Madam Speaker, on any recent demographic study? The most recent, can you imagine, dates back to 1972. This is the most recent. Whilst every 10 years we redraw boundaries, we do not do so for the demographic data. But, Madam Speaker, people tend to forget that there is already such empirical data available. There is the population census 2011. It englobes all issues of ethnicity, of religion. It already exists. The last one dating 2011. Why then can't it be used? I ask. It follows suit, Madam Speaker, that the best loser system, for it to work as intended, it is a sine qua non condition that we have to rely on recent data. Otherwise, it just creates even more imbalance in the system. We have to have most recent data. But you know, Madam Speaker, what does... And the 2011 census, it provides exactly that. And you know, Madam Speaker, all these hypocrites who are against this, who are deliberately distorting the debate for their political sake, prophesizing that this will create ethnic tensions in Mauritius, well, they have already been proved wrong, Madam Speaker, because in 2011, the population, it took part in that exercise, and rightly so. It participated and contributed to the compiling of data, which can now be used. Then there was no problem when one was stating his ethnicity or his religion. This has been done every 10 years since. Therefore, it proves them wrong, Madam Speaker. But the aim now is to use this for the advancement of democracy, for the advancement of our welfare system, for the advancement of society as a whole. This is the whole point. But let me ask them, Madam, these people that I just referred to, why is it then? Why is it? If truly we have meritocracy in this country, Madam Speaker, if truly this is the case, and since according to the 2011 census, you have 33% of people falling in the general population, and you have 17% of people falling into the Muslim category. Therefore, 50%. But tell us, I want the Prime Minister to tell us, why is it that in his cabinet, there's only 22% of ministers falling in both communities? If really there is no discrimination, if really the system works, if really we do not have to have a best user system now, explain it to us. Why is it? Why is it that since 1973, the highest was 44% of these two communities sitting in cabinet? This was the highest. But ever since that, Madam Speaker, it's a complete downfall. So tell us, Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, since you dare to abolish the best loser system, the only constitutional guarantee that affords a fair and adequate representation to minorities in the country, why is it then? He must tell us why it is that these communities are underrepresented in his own cabinet. Tell us why it is getting worse and worse since 1973. And you know, Madam Speaker, I can state my own opinion on this. It's either one of two things. It's either that people falling in these communities are not smart enough, or they're not competent enough. Or the second is it is pure and simple discrimination. This is what it is. Nevertheless, Madam Speaker, the electoral system does not return enough minorities. And for that reason as well, the cabinet does not appoint and of minorities. This is also true. If the Prime Minister wanted now to rectify that balance, he wouldn't be able to do it. And as everything, Madam Speaker, as everything in this country emanates from cabinet, every policy, every decision, every regulation, every job created through government, every nomination to institutions, and since cabinet itself emanates from this house, from Parliament, then, Madam Speaker, it goes from there on that it creates layers of discrimination at every level in the country of Mauritius. And this is the hard truth. And if you look at the disparity, you will see, and rightly so we're doing it, offering a constitutional guarantee on the issue of gender representation. And we agree to that, and rightly so we're doing it. But yet on the issue of ethnicity, on representation, which is the basis of this multicultural society. And if today we are a vibrant and living democracy, it is because our founding fathers, Madam Speaker, our founding fathers of the Constitution, they found it fit to ensure that there would be a fair and adequate representation of people of all origins. So what are you doing, Madam Speaker? What is government doing? It's getting rid of that. It's getting rid of that. On the contrary, Madam Speaker, government should have proposed in this bill to enlarge and consolidate such a constitutional guarantee. Madam Speaker, with due respect, this House is not supreme. You are not supreme. Government is not supreme. Prime Minister is not supreme. The President is not supreme, but the Constitution is supreme. Instead of this nonsensical bill, instead of this, the government should in fact have been true to its word. The campaign that was made by l'Alliance Le Peuple, the manifesto on which we were elected, the promise, the word that we gave at page 43, under the heading Democracy of our manifesto, that we would not touch the best user system. Where is that promise, Madam Speaker? Where is that word? Where is it? The Prime Minister never misses an occasion to say that he is a man of his word. But where is the word of Alliance Le Peuple with regards to that famous page 43 under heading Democracy? Le best loser system sera maintenu. Madam Speaker, it follows that government has absolutely no mandate to do what it is doing today.